In a video before this one, I showed you how a fight broke out between airport officials and a particular young woman. I told you in that video that the woman has done her own, but there must be a part two. Now, the part two is out, and in fact, they sat on the woman's head because IBOM Airlines, that is IBOM Airlines, those people that their staff were involved in the whole thing, they have spoken. And after that, Airline Operators of Nigeria now sat her down and schooled her like a small pikin for school. I am going to give you a full breakdown of everything that went down. So stick with me till the end. Welcome to this episode of Waiting This Up, the show where I tell you about what is trending in Nigeria and about Nigeria. Now, according to hearsay, I don't know whether it is true, but immediately they took the woman away to the airport. They arraigned her in court, and then also left her to stay some time in Kirikiri. Now, in a previous video, the only part we saw was where the air hostess or the purser was trying to stop the young lady from leaving. Now, in a new development, IBOM Air has come out to say their own part of the story based on the staff that were on the plane. They wrote it in a letter form, so I'm going to read out the letter to you. I want you to stay with me. I'm going to read it in a way that you understand, so stay with me so that we will hear what IBOM Air has to say about their own side of the story. Press statement for immediate release. Uyo, 11th August 2025. IBOM Air confirms that on Sunday, August 10, 2025, an incident occurred on board our Uyo to Lagos flight involving a passenger, Miss Comfort Emmanson, whose conduct posed a serious threat to the safety of our crew, passenger, and aircraft. Shortly before takeoff from Uyo, Miss Emmanson was instructed in time with standard aviation safety procedures to switch off her mobile phone. She bluntly refused to comply until the pilot in command made an announcement, after which a fellow passenger seated beside her took the phone and switched it off. This action prompted a verbal tirade from Miss Emmanson. The situation was eventually calmed and the flight departed as scheduled. Upon arrival in Lagos, Miss Emmanson waited for all other passengers to disembark and then proceeded to confront the purser who had earlier instructed her. She walked up to the unsuspecting purser, stepped on her, forcibly tore off her wig, removed her glass and threw it to the floor, and used her footwear to assault her. She slapped the purser several times, and when the other crew member tried to intervene, she slapped her too. She then attempted to forcibly remove a fire extinguisher to use as a weapon, an act that could have damaged and grounded the aircraft. By this time, the pilot in command had alerted airport security. Before airport security could arrive, the purser, as seen on the viral video on the internet, prevented the passenger from leaving the aircraft until security arrived. The arrival of IBOM Air security personnel did not deter the passenger as she attacked them as well, lashing out violently at the security personnel. She was then restrained and removed from the aircraft by force. Even after disembarking, she continued to assault IBOM Air security personnel and even slapped the ground supervisor. The passenger was removed from the ramp and taken into custody by FAAN security and handed over to the Nigerian police force for further investigation. IBOM Air has since submitted a report on the incident to the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority and placed a travel restriction on Miss Emmanson, who will no longer be permitted to fly on any of our aircraft. IBOM Air reiterates its zero tolerance policy towards any form of unruly or violent conduct that threatens the safety of passengers, crew, or equipment. Such behavior will be met with the strongest possible response, including legal action and permanent restriction from our services. We commend the bravery and professionalism of our crew in handling this situation under extremely challenging circumstances, as well as the swift support from airport security and the Nigerian police. Safety remains our highest priority, so we urge all passengers to comply with crew instructions at all times for the safety, security, and comfort of everyone on board. Signed, IBOM Airlines Limited, 11th August 2025. So that is it. Actions and consequences. IBOM Air has told us what happened on their own side of the story, and they've told her that they've banned her from using IBOM Air. Clear as daylight. Now, the Airline Operators of Nigeria heard and saw what happened, and then they also decided to bring their own punishment and principles on Comfort Emmanson. Comfort, we know the comfort. So listen to their own letter too that they've given to Comfort. Airline Operators of Nigeria, Monday, 11th August 2025. AON places no fly life ban on IBOM Air passenger Comfort Emmanson for unruly behavior. We condemn the violent incident involving Miss Comfort Emmanson, a passenger on IBOM Air flight Q9303 from Uyo to Lagos on August 10th, 2025. We reviewed the detailed statement issued by IBOM Air regarding the incident, and we commend the airline for its swift and professional handling of this unfortunate event and fully endorse the actions taken. The incident, which IBOM Air described, from the initial refusal by the passenger to comply with safety instructions regarding mobile phone usage, which led to the brutal physical assault on IBOM Air crew members, and the attempted use of a fire extinguisher as a weapon, constitutes one of the most severe cases of unruly passenger behavior witnessed this year. This was not just disruptive, it was a sustained violent attack that placed the lives of crew, passengers, and the integrity of the aircraft itself at risk. This behavior is unacceptable. Therefore, effective immediately, the AON has placed Miss Emmanson on its no-fly list indefinitely. She is hereby banned from flying with any AON member, either domestically or internationally, for life. Such incidents have become one too many, with the most recent being the incident involving Nigerian musician King Ayinde Wasiu Marshal KWAM2 on ValueJet, and the unruly behavior of Senator Adams Oshomole towards the members of staff of Air Peace. It is also worth mentioning that this incident exposes the vulnerability in the security response by the Aviation Security (AVSEC). The AON urgently calls on FAAN to immediately review and tighten security procedures at all airports across the country. The AON stands united with IBOM Air and all our members in maintaining a zero tolerance policy towards unruly airline passengers. Going forward, anyone who exhibits such behavior will suffer similar consequences. While we recognize the rights of passengers to express their grievances, some actions must follow due process. We are committed to protecting our employers, passengers, equipment, and to maintain the highest safety standards. Signed, Professor Obiora Okonkwo, spokesperson for AON. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard from the horse's mouth. They said, Madam Emmanson, as you don't be say your hair don't they touch you, don't they do anyhow for street. You are banned from flying with us indefinitely, both international inside the country and outside the country. This is a punishment that, for me, I believe it is well deserved. If you behave like an animal, you will be treated like an animal. There is other ways to go about things apart from being violent. And if truly you refuse to turn off your phone, what you have has been bestowed on you. Comfort yourself with the result. Unless maybe comfort has something to tell us later in future. That one aside. Now, the real question here is, some days ago, a popular musician did the same thing and he was allowed to apologize, even though his own was that he committed an act that can be considered as life ruining, that can put him on blacklists across the world. But he came out and apologized, and that was the end. Comfort was not given a chance to apologize because I've not seen an apology video anywhere, but she was punished for it. The question now is, why is it that everything there is partiality in it? Comfort, we know no big man. She gets punishment. Everybody agree. What about the politician? What about the musician? So if Comfort also comes around now to quickly apologize, would you people also pardon her and let things slide? This is one thing about Nigeria. It is 100% obvious that the rule of law has limits. It works for a certain class and leaves out the other class. Anyways, it should not be a surprising thing because everything now is on and who you know that knows somebody. But it is not fair. Airline operators, if you will make a scapegoat from somebody, start from the person who started the whole trend. This trend will pause a lot of things right now. But I'm telling you, if from that first one, that first influential person that did that, if something was put on the person, it wouldn't have gotten to this stage. Anyways, Comfort has offered herself as a scapegoat to everybody. So he who has ears, let them listen and make sure they do not misbehave in Nigeria. You can't put other people's life in danger and expect nothing else. So basically, this is just it. I hope you enjoyed what I gave to you right now. And I would also like to know from you in the comment section, what do you think about this whole situation? From Comfort's behavior to the punishment given by Air IBOM and also the AON of Nigeria. What do you think about the whole situation? I would like to hear from you in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the next video.